The winner bracket semifinals going to be coming at you. We got Lion Esports Club taking on Team Excellent. A great matchup here for the competitive heroes in the newer scene, and what should be a lot of fun. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you're looking forward to what is going to be a great match. Again, Team Excellent taking on Lion Esports Club. One of the two winner bracket semifinal matches, of course, happening. The other one, Stay Green versus Internet Gangsters, is currently being covered by Coldcast over there simultaneously as well. And actually, they started a little bit earlier. They're still in game number one, but it is a very close game number one, it looks like, as you see monitoring the game right there. So we're going to keep a very close eye on that, obviously, as that could possibly be Internet Gangsters. They're trying. They faced Stay Green a lot lately. They're trying to get over the hump and take them out, but Stay Green, a strong team. So, again, we'll keep an eye on that score. But we got our score. We got our match here, Lions versus Team Excellent. So, with that said, we do got the game, in fact, sure enough, starting here. And the bans are the first things to happen. Obviously, no picks coming out right here. With that said, the bans, we got Scout, Dampier, Prisoner, and Warbeast. As far as how the order that they were banned, it looks like it was... Okay, it looks like it's Warbeast first, followed by Scout, then Dampier, and then Prisoner 945. So, of course, Lion Esports Club, they're coming into this cycle with the #1 seed as a result of winning cycle number 4. And, you know, in dramatic fashion, it was a lot of fun the last cycle. You know, these last couple of cycles, cycle 3 and especially cycle 4, I mean, they have been just some amazing cycles. So definitely been excited with the competitive heroes that we're seeing, and I'm sure that is just going to continue. With that said, as far as the progress being made, but you know, here we are with Team Excellent. Quickly about them, we cast them yesterday. They actually were on the verge of getting knocked down into the losers bracket by RPTM. Down there. Now, with that said, obviously that did not happen, and here they are. They ended up winning the series 2 games to 1. On top of that, too, they were playing with Pee-wee instead of Nox yesterday in that series. So Pee-wee, a great player himself, of course, but it wasn't their starting 5. They do have their starting 5 now today, though, of course, with Nox coming back. So obviously they are full force, and they're ready to go against Lion Esports Club. Lions, again, they got all the momentum in the world right now. We'll see how they keep that going and move it along here as both teams are trying to compete to move on to the winner bracket finals. The first picking stage finishing off right here. Let's take a look and see how that advanced on. We had Engineer first pick, followed up by the Tempest. Going with Wretched Hag, Lowstone, Ophelia to finish off here for Lions, and then Pebbles coming out. Excuse me there, for Team Excellent. So both teams deciding to run the jungle route here when it's all said and done. You know, it seems like that's always a mix. It seems like really at these top 5 teams, whenever they're going at it, more so than not, we will see that jungle, the battle of the jungle may be brought back to the table. But in the end, again, going to be seeing that here with the Tempest versus the Ophelia. Now, Keeper the Force is actually still on the board as well. I find it hard to believe he's going to be left unbanned here. Only one more ban on either side. You see Pyromancer, Fade, Corrupted, and Devourer banned so far by Team Excellent. Another thing to note, Ravener is, of course, still on the board. I guarantee you Lions is looking at that Ravener, and it would work in their lineup by all means. We saw it work 3 times in a row against Stay Green. If you're Excellent here, it's going to be interesting to see what they final ban. Lions, I would think they're not going to ban Keeper themselves, so with Excellent's final ban, it's either going to be on that Keeper or the Ravener, and then, you know, Lions will probably take whichever one is left open. So they are going to ban Keeper, but yeah, the way that they just dominated with Ravener, I don't know what they've been playing this cycle so far. They did play You Left to Party in the first round and Team USA in the following round. They won those 2 series fairly quickly. They beat Team USA even really quickly as well, which is kind of a little bit surprising. But there you go. Ravener is going to be coming out here for Lions. Yeah, I find it hard to believe that they're going to pass that up. So they're not even going to give Excellent a chance to maybe sneak it in themselves. Obviously, with them having so much success last cycle, I know several other teams, including Stay Green and Swindlemelon specifically, have been playing a lot of Ravener since that happened to really see what that hero is about and getting all the information possible. So, but it is going to end up in the hands of Super KGE here, so I'm sure the fans are happy with that. How will Team Excellent respond to it? So far, they are running the Pebbles. You would think it's just a matter of which partner they want now, or how are they going to address this Ravener? That's what it really comes down to, because, again, you knew going into this game that was obviously, it had to be on their mind. There's no way it wasn't here. as far as them being matched up against Lion Esports Club. They've had last night and so far today to think about it. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to see that ban coming out. A couple of things the addressing of it, it's just how so coming out here. With that said, I'm actually updating something real quickly here, but I had actually an interesting stat that I wanted to point out as well as Glacier is going to be picked up here by Team Excellent. These two teams, they have met twice so far in HoN Tour Season 2. Through 4 cycles, they've only met twice, which is a little bit surprising. But in both series went the distance. Both series went all 3 games, and each team has won a series. So this is a very even matchup. 3-3 in terms of games, 1-1 in terms of series. This is going to see who takes the lead in that, but both of those going 3 games. Again, this is a matchup here that's definitely quality teams going at it, and you expect some good heroes in New Earth to be coming at it as a result. So here we are progressing along now in what is game number 1. Again, that Glacius pick up. Now, with the Ravener pick, when they weren't able to get Engineer, it seemed like they were synergizing the Glacius with Ravener instead. Obviously, they already have the Engineer, so I didn't really see them picking up the Glacius themselves. But obviously, Excellent, they want Glacius, mainly because I'm sure against that Ophelia, obviously great against her, and just assault support all around. So they decided to go to Glacius. Now, if you're Lion Esports Club, you're still looking for that suicide option, most likely, as you want to run Wretched Egg in that short. So do you go something like a Bubbles here? The Pharaoh definitely stands out. Magnus, we haven't seen him in a long time. It seems like in that suicide, but he's still technically an option. Hell, Wild Soul still even an option, but talk about another hero that has just completely died off in most cases of the competitive scene. So we'll see. We'll see if something. Okay, well, we'll definitely see something fun here. Kraken going to be picked up by Lion Esports Club. This is another hero. You know, there was so much focus on Ravener in those grand finals, all 3 games, but Kraken was another hero that was picked up by Lion Esports Club in one of those games as well. He was ran in that suicide option, and most likely going to be the same thing here. So he kind of was overlooked. Jeraziah was another one. Of course, they picked up that in the first game against Stay Green, and they made it work. So with that said, Kraken going to be coming out here. Lion Esports Club, again, they are not afraid to think outside of the box. Now, you know, Kraken's not that radical by any means. I've always thought, I know a lot of other people in the competitive scene have always seen him as a good hero. It's just the laning phase where exactly you put him. How about that? Blood Hunter going to be picked up here by Team Excellent. Now, they are known for running the Blood Hunter every now and then. The thing with Blood Hunter, the big benefit that he brings to the table is that silence, is that huge silence that he has and the duration of it. What is it? It's 9 seconds even. I think it's 6 seconds at level 1, all the way up to 9 seconds at level 4 with that Blood Crazy. So clearly that is somewhat of their response to this Ravener here. They're saying, you know what, Ravener, he's all about comboing his abilities. He's all about the Ball Lightning, the Storm Call, or what are the Storm Blades, excuse me, the electric feedback even. He's all about calming this building, building up charges on his ultimate. Let's just lock him down with silence. Let's put a 9-second silence on him and preventing him from doing that up until he gets a shrunken head at least. So, yeah, I could definitely see where Team Excellent is coming from in terms of that final pick right there with Blood Hunter. You know, and it's almost as if they were planning to do that all along to an extent. I mean, they final picked it. They put a little bit of thought into it, sure, but, you know, they were saving that final pick for the carry option. They made the lanes work around it, and they are going to send Blood Hunter to short top here. So, yeah, very, very solid pick coming out from Team X, and again, with Nox being back, I'm sure they're happy with that as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, these two teams, Lion Esports especially, they've already had a pretty good fan base, but it seems like they continue to grow, especially as their success continues to grow. Again, they're coming off their first cycle victory ever. Obviously, last season, they did finish 4th place overall, made it to the grand final event. They finished 4th place. They were a great team, you know, last season as well, but this season, more was expected out of them. They were one of the favorites going in, and early on, it was a little struggle. It was a little bit of a struggle early on. Let me confirm that. Yeah, the first 2 cycles, they finished 5th, 6th place. So clearly something was off. Obviously, they've been having the trouble with their 5th member as far as getting that figured out 100%. They eventually removed Flensmeister. They moved on to initially Pee-wee. Pee-wee in Cycle 3, he got them. He helped them get second place in that cycle. Then they moved on to Fuzi in Cycle 4, and Fuzi was able to join the team and help them get first, of course, in the last cycle. So they've been on quite the momentum ride, and no doubt the fan base has grown as a result of that. But also just the heroes, again, they've done it with just picking their style of play, picking their style of heroes. And no doubt that's just an attractive thing as far as a fan base goes for this team. So a lot of fun to watch. Team excellent. A similar deal to an extent. This is also just a very solid team when it comes to the results and everything. So again, really expecting a great match to happen here between these two teams. And also, this is the second and third place teams here in HoN Tour Season 2 so far. You have Lions in second currently at 10,006 points, and then you have Team Excellent at 8,800 points. In Season 2. Of course, you get points on top of the prize pool for whatever your results are in all the divisions, for that matter. So, and that adds up to the end of the season. Obviously, the first place team overall in the standings at the end of 10 cycles, they will get that trip to the grand finals where $150,000 is on the line. Right, and then I think it's spots 2 through 17, I want to say, are going to duke it out in their own tournament to then move on to see which team is going to be joining that #1 team in the grand finals for $150,000, competing against Southeast Asia, CIS, and whatnot. So here we are, though, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it on indeed. Lions versus Team Excellent. Game #1 coming at you. And what is just a great, great series. So we got the Narwhal. We got the Narwhal here. Fuzu playing the Narwhal. Interesting, actually. Okay. Wait a second. Fuzu's playing the Kraken here. So that means Wretched Hack being played by Jonas Fan, but he is going short. But Fuzi, their new carry player, Jonas Fan more their suicide player, but they're probably expecting something, maybe aggressive even, from Team Excellent almost. Or you see what Lions is doing themselves. They're actually sending an aggressive trial lane top, so they're going to try to catch Team Excellent off guard right here. It looks like they're going to be sending Ravener, Engineer top, with Ophelia in that jungle. So, you know, all 3 games in those grand finals, we saw Ravener middle being played by Super KGE. This time around, we are going to be seeing them head towards that top lane and run that aggressive pseudo trial lane. So they're going to lock down that Blood Hunter. They do not want to let him get the levels amongst farm as well. You know, they know how much of a tool that can be, especially at the level 4 Blood Crazy once again. The 9 seconds, hell, even at level 1, 6-second silence, where a hero like Ravenor is completely locked down. I mean, that's obviously what the synergy of his abilities are like. That's how he works. So if you're able to get that off going into a fight before he's able to get anything off himself, then you really are locking down the hero, similar to the Wretched Hack for that matter. So a couple of options there for Blood Hunter. But we'll see how Team Excellent responds to this right off the bat. You do see so far it is going to be Pebbles versus Kraken mid, and that's probably some information right there. And also who's playing what. You know, the fact that they did put Fuzi on that Kraken and Jonas Fan on that Wretched Hag, maybe getting them a little bit of information. Glacius in the jungle. They see Ophelia right away, so not much they're going to be able to do, though. I mean, when you really do think about it, they probably don't want to send Pebbles Glacius top with that Tempest in the jungle. That's not a pseudo-trial that they're going to win up there. And that'd even be more disastrous to an extent. So they say, you know what, we're fine getting farm on Pebbles, at least having a good chance. Granted, Kraken is a tough matchup at the same time. That splash auto attack can cause issues for a melee versus melee matchup. And he's also a hard hitter on top of that himself. So I wouldn't say this is free farm by any means for Pebbles. You can even argue that Kraken may even have the better time. But so far, Brodex, you see some good harassment being put out. But he is winning that creep battle, obviously very early on here. But we'll keep an eye on that to see how that progresses as far as that's concerned. Yeah, the other thing to note, too, guys, with the other, obviously the winner bracket semifinals happening here, there's also the losers bracket matches happening. We got Too Much Sugar taking on Justice League and the losers bracket round 3. And then RPTM versus Masked Muchachos. Yes, that is right. RPTM versus Masked Muchachos and the other losers bracket round of 3 matchup. We thought those two teams would get that far. You know, definitely things aligned. RPTM winning all their matches. Masked Muchachos did get a forfeit win over Team USA, as we were talking about earlier. So a little bit of a, you know, you can almost say a lucky standing there, but hey, they'll take it. Blood under the top. In the meantime, Ball Lightning initiation. The Stormblade's coming out. He puts the silence up, but he's already used his abilities. That was a little risky right there. I don't know about that. I mean, his abilities were actually longer cooldown than the silence duration, so that was kind of panic mode from Nox, and if anything, he just buffed up Ravener's auto attacks to maybe even get him killed. So, yeah, a little bit of a misplay coming out from Nox right there, but hopefully that's not something he continues to do. Again, that's just one of those things. Obviously, there is the negative side to that blood craze where you do see right here he is using it for harassment at the same time. It is the dot damage, of course, on top of that, so he's just going to put the spam on, it seems like, and try to keep that up on Ravener. Glacius has made its way to the top lane all the way. He was in the jungle harassing, trying to box out Ophelia, and it seems like they've actually might accomplish that. You know, Ophelia Hanskin was not having the best time, so she's moved to her own jungle, and that's why Glacius is now up there. I mean, you got Tempest level 4, Ophelia's level 1, so clearly Team xCet was able to make that work. Well played by them. That's fine on that Tempest, looking pretty good. Bottom lane, Wretched Hag, a lot of harassment onto Bassett's. Playing that Lodestone, he's just going to fall into the trees, though. And pick up that regen. Middle matchup, how's that one shaping up? Kraken, 9-0. Pebbles, 17-11. Holy crap. I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong on this, but this has been a true 1-versus-1 matchup. I mean, Glacius has clearly been in the dark. Actually, Kraken's going to fall right here. Bloodlust kill coming out in favor of Brodex 5 level playing the Pebbles. Obviously, that should never happen, but I don't know. I feel like Kraken should be able to have a decent time in a true 1v1 versus a hero like Pebbles, but that is just not happening whatsoever. Now with the Bloodlust kill on top of that, that is a horrific start here for Kraken. Fuzi's getting nothing here. And more importantly, though, for Team xCet, they're getting great things on Pebbles. Pebbles is now 428 gold per minute. He's going to skyrocket there early on in this game as a result of that Bloodlust kill and his great creep farm start, so that is looking pretty good for the for Team xCet. So the top lane, how's Ravener doing, by the way? 17-3. Bloodhunter's 12-1. So Ravener's farm, you know, it's solid. It's not taking off by any means. Again, we are only now 4 minutes into this game, so not to overlook that not to look too much into it even, but get us in this pause here from Team xCet while they get whatever figured out and then resume. Wretched Hag, she is 18-3 against Lowstones, who's 13-2. So, you know, all three lanes, the top and the bottom at least, it's not overwhelming for either side. It is being won by who you would expect in the end, which is more so the Lion side. But that middle lane, that's the big difference. The Pebbles now being level 6, farming 428 gold per minute with that Bloodlust kill. And then even Tempest also you got to look at. Again, he was level 4 at a time where Ophelia was still level 1 as a result of the start here. But now with Hanskin back in his own jungle, he's going to try to enhance that farm. But Fines had the much better start as far as the jungler is concerned. So here we are. We are going to resume now in what is game number 1. Glacius at the top lane, but look at the positioning by Glacius. He knows that if a ball lightning connects, there's nothing that Bloodhunter can do other than a silence on Ravener. But by the time the ball lightning connects, I mean, you know, all he's doing is preventing maybe the Stormblade's damage, if that. So it is a very troublesome spot, but Tempest coming in with the Invis, great rune. He's not level 6, so he's not going to be able to get an Elemental Void. And the Legion team did spot it. You see this Ward of Sight right here. Silkid's Ward of Sight that spotted him picking it up. They knew he was coming, and they're just going to sit back. So it will open up some free farm for Bloodhunter. That's some good news. But in the end, Tempest is just going to head right into the jungle, right back into the jungle, and continue to farm. So good heads up there, but at the same time, it does open up some free farm again for Bloodhunter, and he's going to recover quite a bit. He does get that feast now. Well, actually, he's remaining level 2. He actually gets level 2 Blood Sense here. Wants the increased movement speed in case the opportunity calls for it. Also, level 6, obviously a pretty big deal as well for a hero like Bloodhunter with that hemorrhage. Going to try to use to set that up for some ganks, even on Ravener. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out. There's the ball lightning. Though the Stormblade's coming out. The keg on top of the turret. Bloodhunter take a lot of damage. Glacius going to do what he can. Is it going to be enough is the question. The slow on a Bloodhunter really slow on it. He puts the buff on him. Again, I don't get that there from Nox. The cooldowns are coming out, so maybe this is going to work out right here. No, he is going to end up falling. He is going to use that. Oh, the ball lightning once again. And Pio's going to end up falling. He will get taken out on Ravener. You see Tempest now chasing. He has an ultimate, but with nobody nearby, he's not going to look to use it, is my guess. Oh, yes, he is. He wants to do enough damage. He's going to try to buy time. Is this going to work? The stun's going to come up in 2 seconds now. If he does not get this kill, that's going to be absolutely huge. The Kek's going to push himself forward. Will it be enough? The health push and tick. What a play by Silkid. The final auto attack is going to finish him off, though. Fine will do the job. So it is worth the ultimate in the end, but holy crap, Silkid nearly gets away with some great play at the last second. But that whole exchange right there, I mean, that was old Ravener in the beginning. Again, the silence onto him when the cooldowns were still up, it just gave him a couple of auto attacks for extra damage. It did silence a little bit longer on the ball lightning, which did delay it, and you could even argue even ended up setting up the counter kill. So it is a little bit give and take there with that blood crazy ability. But again, you do got to be careful at times when you do pick and choose to use it. But in the end, Ravener did pick up a double tap, I believe. Yeah, he got both of those kills. So obviously he's going to work off of that, even though he died. He's now at 290 gold per minute. Bloodhunter sitting around 230 gold per minute. That was a fun exchange, though, between those two teams coming out. But now you have a level 7 Tempest all of a sudden. And again, Tempest farm, 335 GPM. But most importantly, look at Brodex 5 level now especially. He is level 7, 375 gold per minute. And he currently has a double damage rune actually bought it up. Kraken's tending to play a little bit more passive here, it seems like, especially since he did get picked off earlier on in this 1-versus-1 matchup. So he's seeming to play a little timid here. He does have his release the Kraken. He has his Tsunami charge, obviously, to help him get away if he does get initiated on, but still needs to play this pretty careful when it comes down to it. Ravener at the top lane. You see he's getting away. There goes the Blood Craze onto Engineer. Ultimate was used onto Ravener, but he just ran with it, it seemed like. And that's ended up being the better choice. And that's another thing with the Hemorrhage Ultimate. You see cases where players you're like, just run. I mean, yes, it's doing damage, but if you stick around, then you're going to die anyways because they're just going to collapse on you. That's what makes that ability kind of interesting. It's kind of a catch-22. We do see they're going to take out Tempest in the jungle. Oh, they roam in the jungle. They had no clue. That does catch them off guard. Engineer takes the silence, though. He's going to start dropping Ice Imprisonment use. Ravener needs to be careful as one of the minions. Engineer should fall, though. Yeah, he is going to fall in the end. So they do make it a 1-for-1 exchange. But I still think if you're Lion Esports Club, you're fairly happy with that. At the same time, though, Nox did get that kill. So his GPM is going to kind of jump up a little bit right here. And that's never good news if you are a Lion. So already a fairly action-packed game, though. We are at 4-4 hero kills. Here, what is expected to be a great series here, of course. Jonas a fan. Not usually playing the carry role, but in this case kind of is. And on the Wretched Hag right here. In that short lane matchup that he has. And he is farming about 325 gold per minute. Kraken, 257 gold per minute. So even though with a slow start and the death, it's not horrible for him. Looks like he might be headed towards the top lane. So Lion Esports Club, they're going to try to go for a gank setup here at the top lane. Will it be enough, though? There's the Hemorrhage on Ravener. He's going to choose to stand his ground. No feel touch going to be used. The silence going to be wearing off any second right now. He has the ball on. He can't connect. He's going for Glacius. Balls to the wall. Kraken's coming in right here. He has to release the Kraken. Will he use it? No. He even had a haste rune, but did he not want to chase Bloodhunter. Does have his blood sense up because of the low life Ravener. So that's giving him the move speed, and that can argue is the big difference maker right there. If it wasn't for that, they might have been able to collapse for that kill, but Kraken did not want to risk it. Oh, he did use his release Kraken. I apologize. That was actually earlier in the middle lane, so it was on cooldown. That makes a lot more sense why he chose not to use it, because he couldn't use it. I obviously didn't catch when he did use it. I don't think anything ended up coming out of it because, oh my God, he did get a kill. Wow, that must have happened. Yeah, that must have happened while the other stuff was going on. That completely went over me. So that's big by Fuzi right there. The fact that he was able to take out Brodex 5 level. Looks like he used that release the Kraken to do so. And that is back up, actually. So both are looking for that opportunity right here. Oh, there we go, though. There's the initiation from Brodex. Tempest running in. He has an ultimate release. The Kraken going to be used, and he's going to Tsunami charge away. The stutter step choice by Fine. He didn't want to ult it. You could tell right there. But if he did, that would have been a kill. He was also planning around the release the Kraken, sure. But I think if he ulted right as he was in range, the release the Kraken would have never happened. And that would have been a kill right there. Now they will get the tower in the end. So that is still good news. Meanwhile, bottom lane, it is being aggressively pushed. This is going to be a secondary tower kill right here. Losun is here. He has a rocket show. He's going to go for the deny. Oh, he misses the attack. It is tough, so you can't blame Bassett's right there. But in the end, he does actually fall. So we do see another tower push, and Lions all of a sudden Wretched Hag 406 gold per minute. So again, they get the tower kill in the mid, but yeah, missing that kill on the Kraken definitely here. Meanwhile, top lane, they're going to initiate on a Bloodhunter. He's taking a lot of damage right off the bat. He is going to fall right there. You can tell they were setting up a gank on the Hellborn side, so Bloodhunter was playing a little more aggressive. That backfired big time, though. Tempest and Glacius were roaming in. They couldn't get there in time, though. The Ravener aggression just a little bit too strong. Meanwhile, middle lane, Kraken does fall, but back to the top. The ball lightning going to be sidestepped by Tempest, and that'll keep him alive for the time being. But that's a big kill onto Bloodhunter. continuing to try to slow him down as far as his farm is concerned. But again, Kraken getting taken out. Prodex 5 level. That portal key is going to be coming here. He has the bottle, the power supply, and his steam boots. So portal key is sitting on 1680 gold currently. Oh, he's going to find the courier too. Oh, that's big. One more attack. No! They get the invulnerability off. Good presence of mind there by Lions. Whoever was controlling that. If that W did not come, if that W was a second later, that would have been a dead courier. And just quite annoying. So, Lifebrand finished on Jonasum Fan. So he is off to, again, a great start. Ravener's build. Again, what we saw against State Green, it seemed like he preferred to go the Ice Brand into the Portal Key kind of style. You kind of wonder, though, going up against this Blood Hunter, if he's maybe going to value more of that Shrunken Head, mainly to get rid of that silence, on top of this just being a somewhat of a magic-heavy team, outside of Blood Hunter at least. Yeah, but you do look at even the ultimate, yeah, being that magic damage. So, the superior magic, that is. So I guess actually that wouldn't matter with the ultimate, or with the Shrunken Head, that is. So, not a reason to get against him in that sense, but other than the silence, and then again, you got heroes like Pebbles and Lodestone even to an extent. So, it's going to be interesting to see where Ravener goes, Space Course. But actually, well, okay, buys the mighty play, but again, he preferred to go the Ice Brand, it seemed like. So I think that's still a likely possibility with that. Middle lane, Pebbles. He might be in some trouble right here. You saw the Infants, Wretched Ag, the Bat Plus connects. The Vulture Lord, so coming out with the Cyclones for assistance. Look at that minion control coming out from Hanskin, and it takes out Pebbles. The TP was coming in, but not enough. Top lane. Clearly action setting up. Elemental Voice ready to go. They're going to jump into Blood Hunter first once again, though. Hemorrhage is applied. It looks like the Ravener trying to get some damage on him. Here comes Lodestone. Oh, against Tsunami charge away. Kraken takes the damage. The tab is all about Ravener survives. The release. The Kraken down goes Lodestone. Tempest now to the side. Fine's going to end up falling. What a huge tsunami charge coming out from Fuzi right there. Not only does it help set up the kill on the Lodestone, but it helps save Ravener in the process. Down goes Glacius. Blood Hunter now completely on the run. Can they catch him? I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. That Blood Sense making them just a little too fast. He has level 4 of that, so 44% movement speed. But holy crap, what great teamwork there from Lions. Even the assistance from Wretched Hat coming in. And you see Ravener now joining his party once again to help destroy the tower. That was just top-notch teamwork right there, showing by our Legion team. So Team Excellent, you know, they played that fairly well themselves. The Tempest Ultimate, it was going for Kraken as well, but again, the Tsunami Charge completely changed everything there from Fuzi. So his slower start definitely made up for it right there. If anything, he's now sitting on about 1,500 gold. But I think even more importantly, Jonasum Fan, level 11, the Grimoire is getting close. And they're even cleaning up the Hellborn jungle as a team right here. So Lions clearly continuing that momentum from the last cycle. Here in cycle number 5 now. Blood Hunter, he might be in trouble once again, or will he? We got Glacius and Pebbles here. Pebbles misses Stalagmites. The freeze is going to happen. He missed the initial Stalagmites, though, but Lows are going to follow it, and Kraken will fall, so Stalagmites miss. Doesn't matter in the end. The Minotaur's done. Not going to happen. We do see the initiation from Pebbles. Blood Hunter still on the run. Ravener is here. He has the ball lightning in 1 second. Can he make a good use of it? No, he's going to go over the TP. Oh, he will be fine. They did pick off Hanskin, of course. And it ends up being a double tap for Prodex, so no doubt Excellent was really banking on Prodex for having a good start, and he did, and being active, and, well, he's being active. So that is great news here for Team Excellent. Able to counter kills, at least at the top side. Lion Esports Club arguably hanging around a little bit too long, but Prodex keeping it going. Not going to be enough, though. The Chuck and whatnot. Not enough damage to take out Wretched Hag. He's able to blink away before he gets picked off. Oh, the courier did die earlier. Okay, I did miss that. I apologize. There's just been so much action going on. But look at that. The Legion's courier was killed by Fine. That is a pretty big deal. So we saw that would have been the second courier kill, the one that I was watching Pebbles go for. They're trying to snipe all those couriers, but they did get the one earlier. Bat Blast going to be coming out on Pebbles right here. Nice sidestep from Wretched Hag. Prevents the Stalagmites from stunning him. Putting in some more auto attacks now. Is this even going to be enough damage? Yes, it will be in the end. Nice energy field as well. Loso now in some trouble. He's going to take some auto attacks. He runs through the energy field once again. He kind of had to. Wretched Hag blinks back in. Not enough energy for Soda Scream. Doesn't matter. And the middle tower falls in Lion's process. Ravener now. He is in a little bit of trouble, though. Silence is up. That's what we're talking about. Look at the duration now. So it's 3 more seconds. He has a ball lightning. Glacial Damper going to come out. He uses the ball lightning. He stuns Glacius. Gets the kill Glacius. The electrical feedback working right here. Not going to be enough, though. And look at Blood Hunter heal up to nearly full life as a result of that kill. But meanwhile, the middle secondary tower continuing to be pushed in. So Ravener dying right there. Really not the biggest deal in the world by Lion Esports Club. And they're going to keep it going. So we do see right there, Lion Esports Club. It seems like Team Excellent's been playing this not too horribly by any means, but all of a sudden, Lions is up 10,000 gold just about, as well as 5,400 experience coming out right here. Now, they're going to try to take advantage here at this top lane, and vulnerability coming out, though. Tempest and Blood in here, but look at behind. We got Kraken and Ophelia coming in with her minions. Port's going to come in. Blood Hunter, he's in a lot of trouble. He is in a lot of trouble. He's going to be cut off here by Kraken. Release the Kraken to slow him down, if anything. And the Tsunami Charge not even needed. He does use, oh yeah, he didn't even use it there. They get the kill, though. Tempest will say, peace, not much I'm going to be able to do. And he teleports out of there. So good collapse coming out from Lions. And they lock down Nox. Nox has just not been able to get consistent. I mean, he's 300 gold per minute, but he has not been able to get anything consistent is the biggest deal. Whenever he gets gold filled up, he ends up dying once again. I mean, he's sitting at 2, 3, and 3 overall. So obviously a lot of activity this game in general. And that has a lot to do with just Lions going the aggressive pseudo tri-lane first. And they're the ones making it work here. Making it work here in this game. So push at the top lane. All 5 are here for Lions. Make that 4, actually. Engineer's back at base currently. He's going to maybe look to try to protect this middle push a little bit. There you go. The turret's thrown out. Tempest and Pebbles trying to counter. Pebbles does have the portal key, so Engineer obviously needs to be careful. But the last outer tower destroyed in favor of Lions. Look at this aggressive ward aside as well. Oh, actually, meanwhile, Engineer is going to be jumped. But at what cost right here? Tempest energy field. There's a Kex. A beautiful Kex on connects. Is he going to get the energy field off? He gets stunned again. That's the third and final one. Pebbles is still here. Tempest looking for an opportunity. Nope, but the energy field comes down. Kraken charges into the trees with Tempest. And down falls Tempest. Actually, Ravener comes in for the kill. Ophelia catches Pebbles. Can he get the stuns? The Cabbage Jamie's slow, but the Stalagmite's going to come out. Can he keep him slowed enough? No, he cannot. And actually, Brodex will get away. The middle tower ends up staying alive throughout all that process, too. So that definitely backfired right there on Team Excellent when it's all said and done. Lodestone, he's looking for an opportunity, though. Wretched Hack, she's freely farming this bottom lane. They want to take advantage. But this ward aside here from Lions, giving them all the information they need. And with Pebbles falling back, I don't know what Lostone's expecting. Yeah, he's going to port back to base because not much was going to happen. Kraken finds Blood Hunter. He's not going to be able to jump, and though Blood Hunter working towards that shrunken head, trying to get that ASAP, of course. But it's easier said than done. You know, the other thing to keep in mind here with this power overwhelming ability, his auto attacks do become superior magic. So even with the shrunken head, it's still great to get against him for obviously the ball lightning and the storm blades. But his auto attacks with those charges added up especially are still going through the shrunken head. So that's another thing that makes Ravener obviously a pretty good hero when it's all said and done. Release that Kraken! It hits both of them right there. Blood Hunter in a lot of trouble. Lowstone gets out of there with the rocket drill, of course, but not much Blood Hunter could have done. The Invis Kraken making the great ultimate use right there. And Lions, man, 19 minutes into this game, they are just controlling this game. Again, I don't think Team Excellent's been playing horribly by any means. I really think Lions Esports Club just seems like they're on another level right now. Not only against Team Excellent, but just overall. Now, Super KGE, not sure what he's doing all the way up here by himself, but well, he pays the price as he gets collapsed on. If anything, kind of distracting. While the rest of his team does Conquer freely, so maybe there was a plan all along here, just to kind of be the sacrificial lamb for the team, as he might have even bought something before he died, to be honest. But this is going to be a free Conquer kill. Token's going to go to Hag, you would think.
Conquer goes down.
There you go. Energizer used to get out of there. Hag gets the token alive, and that shrunken head is just about finished. She's sitting on 2,300 gold and needs that 2,900 gold. Of course, so no, make that 2,400 plus. Ravener with the resurrection, we'll see what he gets. But yeah, how about that Energizer picked up by Ophelia early on as well? It kind of shows you, they're just really working off that aggressive start here and wanting to continue that trend. Gets the portal key. Okay, so he does have the portal key now. So that's what he bought before he died right there. So that on top of the Ice Brands. This is the build that he prefers, and I would actually be curious. We didn't ask that last time we interviewed him after the finals, but why he does prefer the Ice Brand build early on. I mean, it's a great anti-kite tool, and I think it has a bit to do with that, honestly. Obviously, the early bulking's nice. It is just a great anti-kite tool, so after he gets in with the ball lightning, he wants to be able to stay on top of you with the constant slow. Would be my guess as far as to why he prefers that over anything else as far as his priority item. But Anywho, he does have that on top of the portal key. As far as a full Dawnbringer goes, that's definitely a possibility. And I want to say, I'm trying to think what he did go in the grand finals if the game ever got to that point. I think he progressed into a Shrunken Head after that, if I'm not mistaken, which obviously against the sophomore team I still think would be pretty good. Speaking of that, Blood Hunter able to pick up his own Shrunken Head. And that's going to be delivered right now. So that is a huge item pickup for Blood Hunter. But Noxus Farm, obviously, and understandably, honestly, as he just has not been able to have a good time here with his GPM. 280 gold per minute. And it's just kind of been bouncing around that at 300 or so. Kraken, as far as his build, he gets the helmet of the Black Legion. That's going to help him right there. A little bit of bait. They missed the kicks up because of that Tsunami charge and actually gets tableted out of the release of Kraken right there. Now, meanwhile, he's going to take the energy field. Oh, Kraken actually stops the TP. He's going back, and his team is coming. He did have the hammer on, and Blood Hunter runs in. Bam! Blast to finish off Pebbles-O, and Blood Hunter realizing pretty quickly is like, wait, this is a horrible decision. You see the auto attacks being that superior magic, enhancing his damage going through. That is going to be an easy kill coming out right there. And down goes Blood Hunter, so. Top tower going to be pushed in now. Pebbles does buy back immediately. Oh, Tempest ultimate, the poor man's portal key. They're trying it, not going to have it though. Does eventually get canceled. Lowstone does jump in. Down goes Tempest. Low's looking at him falling. They get the kill on Kraken, but Ravener and everyone else basically still feeling pretty good. Low on mana's Wretched Hag. Nice uphill there by Pebbles, but they're going to vote to concede already. 22.5 minutes in pretty much. Team Xcet's going to throw in the towel. Man, what a start for Lion Esports Club. That just really got to them. And obviously, here we are at really just about 23 minutes, and they call it. They say game number 1 is yours. Lion Esports Club continuing the momentum. They're looking good, man. They are looking good. Jonas, I'm a fan. Again, he's not usually the carry player, but that game he happened to be in that short lane. He finishes with 600+ gold per minute on Hag. As a team, that was just impressive play. Team excellent. You know, you can see where they were coming from as far as the logic, as far as the Blood Hunter pickup, but at the same time, that's where Lions shine. I mean, that was going to be a case of if the game picked up and they were allowed to get Blood Hunter to farm, then yeah, he was going to be pretty dangerous. But Blood Hunter's not the most effective laning hero outside of a 1v1 situation, obviously, and that showed that game big time. I mean, he's not the best in terms of assistance with those lane partners. They took advantage of that. They played extra aggressive and running the aggressive pseudo-trial lane at the top lane, and it was just too much to handle. So, Lion Esports Club, deservedly so, takes the first game, and obviously, going to be taking a short break here, moving on to game number 2, but Team Excellent, what are they going to ban? That's the question. I mean, it seems like